Many studies have shown that students who feel disconnected are more likely to leave a college or university without graduating than those who feel a sense of belonging. Additionally, feeling connected, or as if one belongs, is a key protective factor against suicide and an indicator of positive mental health. Connectedness is the feeling that one is valued, wanted by, and emotionally close with others. It means having a feeling of belonging and purpose in a place, with certain people, or within an institution or organization. On college and university campuses, feelings of connectedness and belonging can occur on many levels. It may occur between individuals, including friends, neighbors, classmates, roommates, faculty, staff, coaches, directors, bosses, coworkers, or teammates. Students may also feel connected to specific groups, such as an academic department, sports team, student organization, fraternity or sorority, or club. Additionally, they may feel a sense of belonging within cultural groups. For example, those from various ethnic and cultural groups or faith practices may feel connection based on common traditions and history. But connection is not limited to the physical campus. Many students also find connection to the broader community through volunteer work, internships, religious and spiritual organizations, or off-campus employment. With all of these opportunities, plus unprecedented access to digital devices, the internet, and social media, students and staff have more ways to stay connected than ever before. Yet research has shown that loneliness is at an all-time high, with traditional age college students experiencing greater loneliness than any other group. Loneliness, which is associated with a lack of connection or belonging, is a common human emotion. However, it becomes unhealthy when it begins to dominate a person's life or experience. It may be hard to believe that students can feel a lack of connection or belonging on campuses where some students struggle to actually get some alone time. Clubs, student activities, and engagement opportunities are valuable tools in creating a sense of belonging. However, simply providing activities and clubs is not sufficient if we want to foster an environment that encourages connectedness. In this video and the accompanying worksheet, we will discuss ways you can create a culture that not only supports, but creates opportunities for students to find connection and belonging on your campus. Let's begin by taking an inventory of what you already offer to help students feel a greater sense of belonging and connectedness. We will look at the following themes: clubs and events, leadership opportunities, and physical space. By taking an inventory of these areas, you will be able to see what you want to keep, what is outdated and needs to be thrown out, and what might be beneficial to add. Let's talk about clubs and campus events. What clubs, teams, organizations, and affinity or support groups are available on campus? And how are they advertised? Simply providing space and creating groups is not enough. If students are not aware of when and where a group meets and how they can easily get involved, the group will not be as effective as it could be. Today's college students are constantly connected to devices, so using social media or digital advertisements in addition to posters and emails will ensure you are reaching a greater percentage of your campus community. Additionally, many schools find bathroom stall readers are a great way to get out weekly announcements and advertisements. Do your clubs and organizations create opportunities for underrepresented or marginalized individuals to connect? Interacting with others with shared life experiences, customs, and beliefs is important in developing a sense of belonging. Joining affinity-based groups or having opportunities to share personal life stories with like-minded peers helps students to feel they have a community who shares their lived experiences. It is also important for those students to have a space to share their stories, customs, rituals, and beliefs with the greater community. Having ethnic, cultural, and religious-based celebrations on campus lets students in underrepresented populations know you care about them and value diversity on campus. It also helps others who are not members of these groups have the opportunity to learn more about the lives, values, and beliefs of their peers. Do your campus traditions provide opportunities for everyone to participate? Campus traditions can help students feel connected, but they can also exclude students unintentionally. Take time to review what your campus traditions are and explore ways to include all members of your campus community. For example, if you notice all of your traditions center around athletics, create new traditions that will encourage other student populations to feel included. You do not have to drop valued traditions in order to add new ones or to find new ways to include all students. Student involvement during campus events can also promote a sense of belonging. Involving students in halftime games, audience participation at performances, Spirit Week activities, and talent competitions all give students opportunities to be involved, even if they are not members of a team or group. Athletic events and support of the arts are great ways to bring students with common interests together. Use multiple modes of communication to advertise these campus events, but also provide easy admission access for students to attend. Students who are athletes in high school, but who are not on varsity teams in college, may particularly feel a lack of connection because they found their sense of belonging from their previous sport. Providing numerous athletic clubs and intramural opportunities is important to ensure these students are able to engage and find belonging in their campus communities. It is also important to explore leadership, orientation, and mentorship opportunities. Are your student leaders trained to connect with their peers beyond simply enforcing policies or conducting meetings? Some leaders are natural communicators and includers. Others need more guidance. We can train new student leaders in how to notice and engage with students exhibiting signs of feeling disconnected. They should also be included in annual gatekeeper trainings to learn how to recognize signs of suicide and how to ask about suicide directly. Asking someone about suicide says you notice them and you care. Attentive and compassionate conversations like these help to create a community where members feel they belong. Do you have service learning programs or ways for students to easily get involved in community service? Service learning increases students' interpersonal development, particularly the ability to work well with others. Students who engage in service to others often report they find meaning, purpose, and connection while building relationships with peers and members of the larger community. Facilitating a variety of service learning and volunteer opportunities for students and promoting these widely will encourage students' sense of purpose as well as their connectedness to one another, the campus, and the greater community. In what ways do you recognize student achievements? Studies have shown students who believe that their activities and accomplishments are recognized feel more connected to their campus community. Therefore, we must find ways to acknowledge and celebrate student involvement and leadership, as well as academic accomplishments. This can be as simple as an email announcement, a letter of congratulations, or a sign on their door recognizing achievement or membership in an organization. It can also include recognition dinners or ceremonies. Think about both big and small ways you can increase recognition on your campus. Academic advising is a standard on most college campuses. However, not all campuses take the time to train advisors in supporting and connecting with students beyond just scheduling classes. It is important to take advantage of every opportunity you have to connect with students, and one-on-one time with an advisor is certainly a key time to check in, connect, and guide students who may not yet feel a sense of belonging on campus. Speaking of guiding, do you have mentoring programs on campus? Some schools have upper-class students serve as mentors for first-year students. Specific programs may have mentors for students who are beginning internships or specific majors. Students who can identify a mentor are more likely to feel that they matter, that they belong, and that someone cares for them. But not all faculty or student leaders know how to be mentors. Provide regular training and support for advisors, faculty, and students in mentoring roles. What orientation programs do you offer for first-generation students, veterans, or students from underrepresented populations? These student groups may not come in with the same levels of support as other students. It can be helpful to create additional orientation and connection programs for these groups to meet and build relationships with others from similar backgrounds prior to starting classes. Representation matters. Does your faculty, staff, and student leadership reflect the diversity of your student body in terms of race, cultural background, ability, gender, religious belief, and sexual orientation? Do guest speakers invited to campus represent diverse backgrounds and experiences? If we want students to feel a sense of belonging and connection, we need to ensure we are creating diverse and inclusive communities. Finally, we want to talk about physical needs and spaces on campus. The physical environment can also promote or inhibit connectedness and belonging. For example, what are your dining options and hours? Do you have food available for students who may work off campus, have internships, clubs, or commitments during traditional meal times? What about food banks or access to free basic needs? Many campus communities now offer multiple spaces on campus where students can access free food and even basic hygiene items, such as soap or shampoo. If you have these, how are you making students aware, and who is responsible for keeping them stocked? Next, do you have a space for commuter students to gather between classes? These students do not have the benefit of living on campus and engaging in residence life experiences. Additionally, these students may feel frustrated or lost if they do not have spaces where they can study and relax between classes. Having spaces designed specifically for commuter students also creates opportunities for these students to connect with and support one another. Do your common areas promote communication? Is there comfortable seating and engaging equipment or activities available? If students only have the opportunity to engage online or in their rooms, they are less likely to see the campus as a place where they feel connected. Campus game rooms, multiple athletics arenas, lounge areas, outdoor gathering spaces, fire pits, grills, porch swings, benches, and patio seating areas organically encourage communication. Further support student interactions by letting students know how they can access and use any equipment or fixed items available on campus. Do you have spaces for students to gather and work or hold meetings? Most campuses have a library, but students need a multitude of options for doing collaborative work. Since hybrid learning has become increasingly popular, creating spaces that allow teleconferencing will ensure students both on and off campus feel they are connected to the groups in which they are working. Along these same lines, having a space on campus where students can have private virtual meetings, such as a telecounseling session, shows you care about students and enables them to connect with important support for their well-being. After you take an inventory, keep in mind the following. Connectedness does not equal involvement. A student may be involved in many things, but not be really known by anyone. Train groups and organizations on campus in how to connect and engage while accomplishing goals or tasks. For student groups, the faculty or staff advisor may provide training in team building or similar interpersonal skill development. Students need to have multiple ways to share what is important to them. Activities such as international food fairs, talent shows, open mic nights, student scholar showcases, and affinity groups create spaces for students, faculty, and staff to showcase their passions, skills, and talents. By sharing, students begin to feel a sense of acceptance and belonging in the campus community. Classroom and faculty engagement is important. Faculty can promote connectedness and belonging by including students in classroom conversations, engaging students in group work activities, and offering mentorship opportunities. However, many faculty may benefit from professional development opportunities in how to facilitate connection in the classroom. One size does not fit all. It is important to provide variety in campus activities, groups, gathering spaces, athletic teams and programs, artistic expression opportunities, and campus norm campaigns. The creation of positive norm campaigns can help unite the campus community and boost everyone's feelings of connectedness. For example, with norms such as on Fridays we wear purple or Hillcats help others, students can contribute to the greater campus community by simply wearing a school color or exercising an act of kindness. Campus norms such as these allow all members of the community to feel included. And finally, policies can help or hinder connection and belonging. It's worth taking the time to review residents' life, advising, and mentorship policies with a lens of promoting connection and belonging. For example, having space available for gathering, but limiting the hours the space is available could decrease the effectiveness of the space. Alternatively, creating spaces where students can access support, engage with others, and express themselves long after business hours are over will increase opportunities to build connectedness. As you can see, building a community that promotes connectedness and belonging requires intentional focus and planning. While many institutions offer opportunities and programs for various student groups, every school can benefit from taking a critical look at ways you can improve what you offer, how you promote what is offered, and the space available for students to meet and gather. Sometimes, making even small changes can make a great difference for students who may otherwise not see where they connect or belong in your community. With ongoing and intentional effort, we can create safer and healthier communities where everyone feels they belong.